Hey everybody, welcome to No Spring Chicken with April Walterscheid. I'm on a hammock and it's really noisy, but I love it. I'm in a YouTuber's backyard. I'm dog sitting. Her name is ItsKateSteignberg. I get to be here and she's really nice. Check out her YouTube channel. It's it's her name. And she does millennial content. It's really cool that I get to be here. It's such a cool backyard. There's like this foresty area, but I chose the hammock. But there's like a foresty area and there's like some light shining back there. It's really cute. And look how angelic it is. There's leaves. I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer. Yeah, pretty cool. So what's been up with me? I just got back from Phoenix, Arizona. As you may have seen, the live episode, which was just kind of felt like rushed and chaotic, but I tried to cover as much as possible about my elementary school and downtown Mesa. That's one of my favorite places. And it just felt rushed. And in general, I have a lot more anxiety this year because of my roommate situation, which I can't talk about, but I will talk about as soon as I can. There's so much. It's a cops thing. It's like it's a cops episode every week at my apartment, and I dog sit to avoid it. Like, give me more dog sitting gigs to avoid it. One of them got taken away from the apartment, so the apartment might be quieter now, but the one still there is still a problem. So they're both being evicted. I mean, there's a restraining order. There's a lot going on. There's a helicopter. There's lights shining into my bedroom. I mean, every time I come home, there's like cops outside because someone called on one of my roommates called on each other. I got a call from a cop who said like, "Hey, you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time as far as, don't get involved." And it's so hard not to get involved when you're living there. I wish I could tell you more, but I think I'll be able to, I think when they're out, or I'm out, and I will talk more about it. I pay on time, and I can't believe I'm going through this. I pay on time, but I feel like I'm being punished for paying on time. Okay, so anyways, I was kind of thinking for this episode, I was gonna call this a no theme episode, but at the last second, maybe 5 days ago, I decided to do the dreams episode. This is the dreams episode. Ooh, sparkly. It's part of the summer series of season 2 of No Spring Chicken. We're outside for every episode. And I'm just so grateful I'm dog sitting somewhere and it happens to be like a different backyard every time. So I like the song by Cranberries called Dreams. I think there's somewhere next door. There's a song called Dreams by Cranberries that I like. And I wish I could make that the theme song of this episode, but I do want to monetize it. I do want to make sure I don't get in trouble for having a song on here. It was kind of scary. There's like a noise behind me of leaves and stuff. Let's see. So here's a journal I used from 2013, February 2. When was the last entry? This is some really exciting stuff in here. I was looking at it again. This is a journal where if you want to remember how you were at 28, because I'm 40 now, I want to remember how I was at 20. Oh, it's a squirrel. Okay, we're good. Don't fall into my drink, please. I have a drink on the ground. Okay, this is squirrel, guys. Yeah, I used this journal from February 2013 to June. The last entry I wrote June with like 5 O's and then an N. J5ON. June 15th, 2018. So a good 5 years. I didn't write in it every day, but a lot of doodles in here, a lot of actual entries, a few fake entries. Like at some point I started dissociating around 2018. That's the year I lost my duplex that I loved so much. And I started putting rent on a credit card. I started dissociating right there. But yeah, I'll show you guys some things. There's some doodles. I made it so it's like the journal is an entry or two and then a doodle. So here's a doodle in 2013. I was at my dad's friend's business. Her name is Janet, and she made a hair clip that was on Friends and Oprah. And then my dad made a product that, with her guidance, not like on the product, but how to like get it on TV and stuff. My dad's product was a Christmas tree waterer, siphon technology called Santa's Secret, and it was on Good Morning America and QVC, stuff like that. He was in a newspaper. I got to go to Fox 10 Phoenix in the morning. Oh, I remember going to Fox 10 Phoenix in the morning in like 1998 is when my dad made that product, and way before this journal. He made that product, and I was, I guess, before my dad's segment with Fox 10 News in Phoenix, they probably showed video of like people on set walking around in between, you know, before, kind of like a transitional sort of thing. And I remember going to school in 8th grade. I was late to a class, and a girl, I think Lauren, who's really good at singing, she pointed out, she's like, I saw you. I'm like, I wasn't on the segment. And that's when I realized she probably saw me in between commercial breaks or something, when they're just trying to moving the camera around, just showing the studio. That's pretty cool. It's the only time I've been on the news. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely worked for I was at my dad's friend's designer's office, and I was trying to come up with like, she went from making hair clips to like making stationery for Target. And so I was trying to do my own rendition of stationery at 28 years old. I made this Cupie. I still want to make this into a huge poster and put it in my room and maybe color it. Yeah, I was really good at drawing. I don't really have the patience anymore. This is a birthday cake I made. I wanted this to be my birthday cake for my 29th birthday. So I drew it up. I used to draw, I have another doodle book where I would just make birthday cakes and make birthday cakes for other people and like draw it up first. This is my favorite Pokemon. And again, this is an actual journal, not a doodle journal, but I just doodled. I made one of Spock. I really like this one. Yeah, I made one of Spock. I saw the movie about him in 2016, and I made this. And then I don't think I drew anything else. Oh, there's some, oh no, I did. Just Holly Woof. I was really wanting to move to LA for about like 2014 to 2020, and 2020 is when I finally moved to LA. But there's like, I think I'll just read a random entry. Like, it's pretty whimsical. There's even me going to like a Neil Gaiman. He's controversial now, but Neil Gaiman had a book signing, and I got one of the books signed. What's the name of the book? Something at the End of the Lane. Obviously I forgot, but I really love Coraline and like the Graveyard Book, but I forgot what that book was even about. The House at the End of the Lane, or the something at the end of the lane. Yeah, let's go to like the first entry in here and just read it. Oh, I even, this is one of my favorite drawings, is, I don't know, I just drew this at work when I worked at PayPal, and I felt stuck. And so it's just a girl who's stuck, and there's a claw by her face. Do you see that? There's actually like a little, well, there's like a monster, and here's the monster's hands. Right there. There's a monster peeping at her. Oh, and the monster has his claws on her back, on her shoulders. Right. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but it's really great. And there's a bow and arrow. I like putting little details. Just random stuff. I was inspired by Sherry Dupree of Isley. If you look up Sherry's ink, she has little drawings like that. This was of an ex-boyfriend. We tried to get back together during this time, but I never wrote anything about it, actually. That's him on top of the shark. What sucks is this part. I must have gotten water on this. There's little comic books in the clouds. Right there. One is Deadpool, one is the Hulk, and then the other is Wolverine. It's so tiny, but I can totally tell. Yeah. It's a shark, but then there's a shark right there too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I love doing that. I don't do it as much anymore. So much detail. But I'll read like one of the first entries I made. And then I'll go into the part where like, I'm obviously dreaming of a better life. Cause again, I started like, I had that day job that you just wish you could quit and stuff like that. Like everyone has a day job that they probably wish they could leave. First entry, February 18th, 2013. Today was great. Pondered so many creative things, just like any other day. Decided to make this journal into an analog blog journal first and foremost. Played guitar for an hour or less. Got to practice for an open mic this Saturday. The strum is simple yet difficult for me. I think I remember I was probably learning a Best Coast song and trying to sing it at the same time. The singing that goes with it doesn't really seem to fit. So on my way to work, I buzzed my lips to the song while patting my hand on my leg so that it would be easier. Buzz is this, like, I just sing like that. That's how I sing. I think there's a weird shadow. I'm gonna move this over. There's a lot of weird shadows. Ugh. Oh, September. Yeah, I think the song was I Want You by Best Coast. It's got a interesting, pretty easy strum, but at the time I think it was hard. It's actually easy to do while driving. It makes me more focused on the road. Astonishing. There's some funny entries. I mean, I was looking at this earlier today. Like, I slowly get more angry, I think, in here. I want to read the one where, okay, so one of these has like a hot air balloon mentioned in it. And then I swear years later, I saw like an acting role on one of the websites for actors with roles. I can't even think. We have to, Actors Access. There was a role and it matched exactly everything I wrote. Let's see if I could find it. Hot air balloon. I think I hated my job in 2014, so I started kind of dissociating and started kind of manifesting, and then I stopped. Okay, this might be it. I don't know if that's it. Okay. Well, okay, here. Fake entries on this journal. They're not real. October 18th, 2014. As of today, I've been cast in the film Candyland Wonder Horse. It's about the board game and how a rainbow horse of a different color takes me along the path. I come across happy characters and Baba Yaga. She's like a Hansel and Gretel type lady. I don't think her house is made of candy, but it's like the same kind of concept. I get flown out in 2 weeks to the film set. Lots of green screen and real green hills throughout Northern California. It's $200 a day, a dream come true. I must have thought $200 a day was a lot. I'm lucky if I get $100 a day for dog sitting, so I guess it still is a lot. And I get taxed on it, the dog sitting, so. Here's another entry. Filming was so fun. I haven't booked on other paying gigs. My inbox is magically full. I have made so many new friends. I got to keep pieces from the set of Candyland Wonder Horse. Wow, April. I have an ice cream cone house in my backyard even. It's like a little dollhouse. I will let you know how these next projects go, okay? So I drew a picture of, this is the ice cream cone in my backyard. Ice cream cone house in my backyard. That's cool. Glad that happened for me, even though it didn't. Okay, I got an update. Well, so 2 years later, I update this fake entry area of my journal, and it does say fake entries at the top, by the way. There's only maybe 5 pages that are fake entries out of this whole thing. But this is my dream, okay? This is a dreams episode. October 31st, 2016. Well, filming Candyland Wonder Horse took about a year. Ugh. Lots of glitter still stuck in my clothes, and a swirl of bright colors still fill my mind. Next up, a comedy I got cast in. It's about a girl who is hilarious and doesn't know it. Me. It's on TV, ABC. It's already up for an Emmy. Wow, that was fast. Freaking nuts. Yeah, it is pretty nuts. I'm contracted at $1 million a day. Okay, so it went up. April, that's great. That's great for you. That must be a very popular show. They throw in a real life unicorn too. Oh my gosh. You never know what can happen. When Trump got voted president, all of our dreams came true. You just never know what can happen. I don't support that he got elected. I'm just saying, like, the fact that he got elected, the fact that Trump got elected twice means your dreams can come true. They throw in a real life unicorn. It's still in my garage. Oh no, I'm taking care of an animal? That's not good. I now drive around an ice cream cone. A vegan one, yes, because I'm vegan. I quit my day job years ago, and I don't even miss it. The PayPal job. I was still at PayPal. So those are fake entries. Let's see if there's one about a hot air balloon, and I swear, maybe I dreamed it. Maybe this is also, maybe my dream life that I wrote down was actually a dream in my head, and I never wrote it down. Could this be the hot air balloon one? I love hot air balloons. Never been in one, but it's just the shape. Like the fact that you can decorate with little hot air balloons, and it just looks magical and stuff. I swear there was one about that. Maybe it was just the ice cream cone house. Oh, here it is. Okay. First entry on the fake entries. It says, warning, the following entries are my fantasy world and are fake. So just so you know, on this page, that's what's going on. September 1st, 2014, before I filmed Candyland Wonder Horse and I got cast in it. I was probably in the casting process during this. Today I woke up and I noticed that all that acne on my neck was gone. I do have a peanut butter allergy and I break out, so that's what I'm talking about. And I was eating like a jar of peanut butter a week in 2014. My dermatillomania too, which is where you pick at your skin, that's almost gone in real life, but like I was probably like hardcore picking at my skin at this time, like I was since I was young. In fact, all freckles and scars on my skin have disappeared too. I have a lot of freckles, guys. Like, I might as well be a ginger. I think I secretly am a ginger. I have so many freckles. I did have red hair as a kid, temporarily, like for a month or something, just natural. Yeah, I was born with black hair. It went to red, then blonde, and then light brown. So, all right. I am still puzzled why all my freckles are gone. I'm also thinner and tinier, and that's not important anyway. I really wrote that. That's not important. I was fine with that. I also found someone had left a fancy hot air balloon in my yard. Wow. Who would do that? A movie? Wizard of Oz would do that. It's got all kinds of bright colors and drapey fabrics and gold shimmer ropes. It looks like it's from the 1920s. I got in it, but couldn't figure it out. So I got back out. I'll keep it and save it for another day to go exploring. By now, I was already late for work, so I decided to just skip work altogether. Okay. I hopped on a striped scooter and whizzed away down the street. It's a hover scooter. I never knew I had. Oh, a surprise scooter I never knew I had. That's pretty cool. But my car is missing, and I found that in its place. So the scooter was in the place of my Kia Soul. Okay, so my Kia Soul got stolen. All right. I'll look for that another day. Okay, so not important. All right, and that's not important. I should have put, I'll look for that another day. That's also not important. I found myself at a park with a lake and a pop-out storybook castle. Ooh, that sounds fun. You know, a pop-out book? A pop-up book, or a pop-out, stuff pops out of the book as you read it. A pop-out storybook castle. That would be pretty cool. Was it life-size? It was very strange. Twas very strange. I tried to go in, but it was locked. Oh, it's a life-size paper pop-out storybook castle. Wow. So a storybook, a pop-out storybook, but like life-size. It's like Babes in Toyland, or what's the movie where Tom Hanks plays the piano with his feet? I forgot whatever that movie is. It's like that. So I just stood outside staring for an hour. I lifted another page from this large pop-out book, and it was an ice cream shop, a vegan one. Oh, I must have been really into ice cream. I'm not into ice cream anymore, so it's kind of weird. I ate a display cone from the window and found that it was real. Oh my gosh. So I turned another page. It was a pop-out ice cream shop, and I got a display cone from it, and then it was real. Ugh. April in 2014 was a genius. Where did I go? She was really depressed, but where is she? I think it's because she was depressed. I don't know. Okay. September 2nd, 2014. No work today, but while walking through downtown Creep Claws, which is neither creepy nor clawy, I just like that I named a town off of Creep Claws is something that my friend used to do in theater. And I think I explained this on another episode. She has super long fingers, and she would do this in 2007. Her name is Michelle. She's also vegan now and makes wonderful cakes. If you need a cake in Arizona, she's your girl. You know, just hit me up and I can tell you her Facebook page. It's Michelle, I don't know how to say her last name, Nussbaum. She used to do this with her hands, and she has fingers longer than mine, and I was so jealous. And then Coraline, the movie, has something like this too. Like the other mother does something like this, or this is part of the Coraline logo. So I kind of just made my own, like, I call it Creep Claws, and I made my own like logo, and that would be like my company if I registered a company. That's what I would call it. And I even have a photo. I just have the perfect photo. I did like a DSLR photo in a hospital. My grandma was in hospice. I did a dimly lit photo of me doing this in the mirror of a hospice care facility where my grandma was at the time, and it just looks so good. And yeah, that's weird. That's a weird detail, but that's what it is. That would probably be the logo. I did draw a logo, but I think I would make that the actual logo. I made up words here. I spun around, said thank you, and moved along to the local coffee shop, Brilligwassel. I was really into Alice in Wonderland. 'Twas Brillig Jabberwocky, the Jabberwocky poem by Lewis Carroll. So great. Don't know what it's about, but I think it inspired me so much. God, this whole thing is a treat. I think I should make this a book. This whole journal is a treat. But again, I get not progressively, but I go through a breakup in 2016, and I get kind of angry at the end. My other journals indicated that I don't like guys, even though I'm straight, but I mean, at some point I talk about a crush I had. I had a crush on Tristan in Phoenix. He's a comic, but he's like, over 10 years younger than me. He was like 13 years younger than me. He was above 18, but he smiled at me once, and then suddenly I was like, oh, I've forgotten everyone else I've liked. And then before him, I dated a comic that lived with me temporarily. And I'm watching a show on Netflix. It's called Love Con. It's the Tinder swindler lady who was conned out of $200,000. She made another show called Love Con Recon. It's out. It just came out like yesterday, and I watched the whole thing. She helps people who have also been scammed in romance scams. She helps them like prosecute. They go actually find the person and prosecute them. So even though she can't seem to prosecute the person that swindled her, I think because he travels internationally, it's hard to catch him. He's probably in other countries, an asylum or something. But yeah, so anyways, the comic slash boyfriend that lived with me in 2016, I think he was like, he paid rent, but eventually he didn't for a month. And I think he was like trying to just, I don't know, he probably just forgot I exist, or I told him who my celebrity crush was and he was crushed by that, and then he just changed. And you know, you can date somebody and have a celebrity crush, like that's fine. My first boyfriend had a crush on like Jessica Rabbit. Okay, it's okay. And someone real, someone on like screensavers on G4 TV. That was a. By the way, I'm so sorry, guys. Did you get your boba? I made a boba. I'm not even drinking it. It probably has leaves in it now. It's crystal boba from Target. This is also one of the cats I'm cat sitting for Kate. Kate has 2 orange cats. And Bob Barker is one of her dogs. He's not here. He's a lot to handle by himself. And then Mike is one of her dogs, and it's just nice. She doesn't have, I mean, I don't think she has a dog mug, but this is basically what 2 of her cats look like. Crystal boba from Target. It's different than the regular boba. It's a little different. Chewier, less sugar. If you want boba that's less sugar, definitely get the boba at Target. It has like 14 grams of sugar. I think boba normally has, 30 grams of sugar, like the brown sugar boba. So, gosh, I just wish I could read this whole journal to you guys. I wish I could just I could scan it in, put it online. It's just so, I'm so impressed, I gotta say, because I would make doodles of like the dates. All the dates have little doodles when I would put like the date and year, like the day and year and the month. It's just amazing. Like here's one. I put a lot of detail into it. I mean, who am I? I'm a Renaissance fair over here. I felt like I had just more patience to do this back then. As I'm getting older, I definitely have less patience. And that's the most elaborate one. Every one has some sort of doodle. Like a small little doodle, or like write the text kind of cool. Like for some reason, June has leaves on it. I don't know. It's not like the best one. Oh, and then like June 1st has the beach theme. Yeah, there's just so many cool things in here. I can't believe this is me, guys. It's my best work. Let's read the thing about, I had some things bookmarked here. So again, like lost my duplex in 2018. I got laid off from PayPal in 2017 in February. Every time I lose a job, I get dumped. I've noticed. So I've only had like really technically 2 or 3 boyfriends that I would count as a boyfriend. And yeah, I lose my job and then we have a breakup a few months later. This happened to be, I lost my job and then he dumped me. But yeah, I didn't really care about him that much. I cared about him. I mean, I threw a birthday party for him at Queen's Pizzeria in downtown Mesa, which I showed you in the live episode of the season. You can go see that. I mean, I showed you in passing. We kind of drove by it fast, but it's a Tacos Chihuahuas now. But yeah, I had this whole thing. I had this Star Trek birthday party that I did for him, and I knew the bartender. He made Star Trek themed drinks. We did a comedy show. I did stuff like that. I got him like, again, I liked him, but we only dated like 9 months, so we're only official for 6. I think either one of us could have broken up with each other because I like my alone time and stuff. But yeah, I I guess I do stuff for other people that I would do for myself, you know, and no one does stuff for me. So, I mean, yeah, I've learned you have to do stuff for yourself because no one does it for you. But I did something for him. I got like some celebrities on his some famous comedians on his podcast and stuff like that. Yeah, and then he just lived with me, and you know, he didn't contribute anything. So that's your sign if a guy's not contributing, especially with that show on Netflix, the Love Con, the Tinder Swindler Part 2, but she helps other people prosecute their Tinder swindlers. I don't know where I was going with that. I lost my thought. But you gotta really just, yeah, one of the guys in that show, he wasn't doing anything for the guys in that show. There's even one where it's like a woman conning a guy, but it's very rare. It's like 7% of cases are women doing that, and 93% of cases are guys doing crimes, or 97%. But yeah, in every episode I was like, he isn't doing anything for you. Why are you still with him? Like, why are you giving him money? He isn't doing anything for you. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, so I have something about something funny about, hopefully I can find it again. There's so much writing. My writing also it goes from nice to like, I'll show you my nicer writing. You probably saw it earlier. It goes from like organized writing to just panicked, like angry. Well, you know, I think just getting it out, like I need to get it out sort of thing. It just goes from that to like this. To me, it's messy. Maybe not to you. If you're, you know, I don't know. That to me, it looks more chaotic. Drew Rainbow Bite at the end to end it. I was doing a unicorn comedy show. I'll read there. There's a poem at the end there. So at the end here, there's so much manifestation language going on here where I talk about, well, like I had a crush on this guy named Tristan, and I was trying to pretend that like we were dating. I was like, oh, he asked me out today or whatever, and it never happened. There's something funny I wrote on that part. Let's see. I don't know if I can find it again. This is such interesting writing. So much going on here. Something about, God, where is it? I wish I had those little sticky notes where they point at things, like little half sticky notes, and you can put them like little arrows where you want to read and stuff. I got on Kill Tony. I did say something about Kill Tony on here, like, oh, it's gonna be my biggest credit. And it is my biggest credit. Isn't that sad? Well, not the biggest. I mean, I'm on an Apple TV movie. I'm on a few movies that are on streaming, but I talk about Kill Tony being like, it could be my biggest credit, and then it is. That came true. So until I find that other thing I wanted to read, it's weird because I started manifesting actually in 2016, and then I guess I started journaling about it in 2018. There's something about Tristan, and he has a girlfriend, and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, I just can't find it again. I even saved it and I still can't find it because I think there's a pressure of me being on camera and then trying to find it on camera. I don't have a highlighter. I bet Kate has an office here, and she probably has one in there. I don't want to go snooping in there, even though she said I could like do an audition in there. Gosh, where is it? I talk about people donating $50,000 to me. Actually, one time I talk about it in here. I had a dream that somebody at a stock broker office was showing me that I still had $62,000 in PayPal stocks, or I still had $62,000 somewhere, and I thought that meant like, oh, it's gonna come true. Like, oh, okay, I dreamt it. My dreams recently have been that someone shows me I have $2 million somewhere, so it's like it's gone up. It's fun to like live in this world, but I also miss the April that was just like manifesting ice cream cone stores or ice cream cone pop-up books, and I do miss that, April, because a lot of stuff I've talked about in here, at least half of it has come true. Like there's a part where I talk about, so I talk about like a house in the Hollywood Hills in here, and like paparazzi are coming after me. Oh, there's something about, this is so stupid, but I talk about how an Uber Black picked me up in a black Escalade and took me to the airport, and then, you know, I just have like black Escalades transporting me from the airport to wherever I need to go, and that actually that's actually happened now. Like this year, maybe even no, last year and this year that has happened like 4 times. So that's pretty cool. That came true. And then I talk about like how I live in a mansion near Tarzana, and I assume it's supposed to be the Hollywood Hills, and I may not have even known that that's what I was talking about back then. And I did live in the Hollywood Hills technically part-time, like half-time for 2 years, dog sitting for the person who founded The Real. If you're in LA, you know what that is. If you're not in LA or New York or San Francisco or Chicago, you don't know what that is. It's a high-end resale consignment type store. But you know what I didn't put in here is if I put my house, like my, you know, fancy house, whatever I put, I should have put an entry in here about how I got that house, like the process I went through. Like if I want to manifest it, I got to go through the loan process, or not the loan process, but like if I have money, I would probably, maybe I'd take out a loan to keep my money. I don't know. But I didn't talk about the process of getting the house, or like the process of making my money. I just say like, oh, I'm an actor and I have a lot of money. You know, I didn't go into the details of like how, like maybe a few paragraphs of how it happened and all the steps it took. That might be a good entry to do, because it'll probably come true. Most of the stuff I write down comes true. But this is like pretty stressful, guys. It's all fun. It's really fun to write about like what you want in life. But looking back, it just looks maniacal. Like looking at this, I'm like, wow. Like it's just a lot of lying to yourself, and it's like you gotta write it and then get out of it. You gotta write it, your dream life, and then get out of there. Like just be present everywhere else, you know? I was trying to find the entry about Tristan though, something about seeing his girlfriend, even though, oh my gosh. Thought I had an entry about that. It was funny, like it was so funny, I was laughing out loud. Oh, this is it? No. Oh, here's an entry though about Phoenix. There's a show called Alice that was filmed in Phoenix in the 70s. Never watched it. But I have an entry about it because someone had me dress up as her and go to like the diner that they did. I think they filmed it in LA, but they had like B-roll of Phoenix. And I had to go play Alice in a diner in Phoenix for my friend, at the diner that they did the B-roll at. And I wrote, so I'm really depressed here. It's 2018. I want to unalive myself the whole year, and I make plans almost. But okay, I'm at a grocery store right now at Starbucks, and the show Alice came on. Poor girl gets stuck in Phoenix. Like me. Oh joy. Gee whiz. I got to be here in 2016. It turns out I am her. I'm gonna stay for a while. I put F-U-C-K. No, I am not. Phoenix, let me go. My time here has expired. And I screwed up my chances of leaving with a shit ton of money. Because I had a 401k I could have moved to LA with. But you know, I moved to LA and I miss Phoenix. Isn't that weird? I miss my family. I think it's because my family's there. I don't really want to do comedy there. I just miss like, I wish my family was closer to me. I do miss like the air there. I miss I miss the heat. I know that's weird. I miss the 120-degree weather. Yeah, I think I mostly miss my family. I miss that I could just go see my old high school whenever I want and like drive by it. I kind of miss stuff like that. I think I'm just like in this mode of like trying to feel younger and wanting to look back on who I was. I just want to like go there to feel younger and go to the places I used to go to. That maybe some of them aren't there anymore. Oh, it's so weird. But there's this entry about, anyways, I had a crush on Tristan. I had a crush on someone else, and Tristan, having a crush on him, got rid of my crush on that other person. I don't know. It was something about seeing his girlfriend, and then I like said, what the heck? I've been trying to find it like for the past, this whole podcast, the last 10 minutes. So embarrassed. I'm still trying to find this. I have like little bookmarks on the edges. I'm like, I did fold some of the edges, but I'm just not finding it. It was like right about here. Oh, I think I found it. Okay, January 9th, 2018. Okay. In other news, I started Googling how to hate guys less. Again, I went through a breakup. I've been cheated on, stuff like that. And then my dad's hard to handle. He's my dad is kind of like my roommates. He's just a hoarder. I can tell he makes my mom sad, and yeah, he's fun, but then he's not. Yeah, he's made me cry my whole life, so yeah. Okay, anyways, the general populace, not the guys I know, those guys are fine. Maybe I secretly hate every male and female who might be remotely funnier than me. I hate my crush, and he's pretty funny. Until he started walking out on my sets, my comedy sets, and got a girlfriend. Now he not funny at all. That part made me laugh when I read it. So sad. Yeah, that part is what I've been looking for the past 5 minutes. Just that. I hope it was worth it. It was just... Yeah, this journal has my deepest, darkest secrets. If you ever want to read it, let me know. I can have you. It's pretty fragile. It's falling apart. It's falling apart, guys. If you ever want to check out this book, this manuscript of my life from 2013 to 2018, and then you can do that. Check it out. You can check out this book. You're gonna find out way too much about me. Oh my goodness, like constantly depressed. But just, it's pretty whimsical. My boyfriend dumped me like yesterday morning via text. Not sure why via text. He didn't sound sure, yet he did. Okay. Like he was half expecting me to be upset. Yeah, it's pretty emo. There's some pretty dark entries in here. And then if anyone wants to read my Google Docs journal, it's at over 200 pages right now. I've been writing in that since 2021. So if you want to check that out, let me know. Give you access to it for what's a checkout of a book at a library. 7 days and take it away. I mean, you'd probably like save it by then. I'm a writer, guys. Oh my God. Okay. Well, yeah, these podcasts, I'm already, hitting 40 minutes, so I like to keep it around 40. We're already going over that. There's so much in that journal. It's good. It's just so fun to read that, and I get to remember where I was at that time, and I get to feel 28 again, or I get to feel 32 again, or whatever. My suggestion to you guys is definitely write whatever you're going through right now, write it down and look back years later and be like, oh my God, I was going through that. Or just write down everything. Write down what you're eating, write down how you're feeling. Like, you're just gonna look back and be like, wow, I would love to have that problem again. Like, I miss, Mesa, Arizona, and I would love to live that life again, even though I hated it and I wanted to get out of it. What the heck? Okay. We got a viewer question. It's from Roy Loves Wine and Movies. He's the guy from the live podcast episode last week. I got it written down here. He asked me 3 questions actually, so I'm using one for each episode. So the question is, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received? I don't remember receiving advice that has been something I remember. I think I've heard advice like on Facebook with those memes. People try to give advice on little memes or something like that. They'll just repost stuff that's supposed to be helpful. I've always heard about the grass is greener on the other side, or it isn't always greener on the other side. And I think that one's pretty true, because like reading my journal, going through it today, I was not liking my life. I had this whimsical duplex decorated like pastel Tim Burton meets a dollhouse or something. Like, it was just so cool. It kind of looks like it was decorated kind of like this, very colorful and like gingerbready. And I thought, living in LA would be better. It is better in some ways, but now I have this like roommate situation and it's not great. Looking at places, to move to, and been looking since August last year, off and on. Kind of stopped for a few months, but I think every 4 or 5 years for me, I need a change of some kind. My realtor friend also told me that. Maybe that's the best advice I've ever gotten, is every 4 to 5 years, you need to change houses. I've been at my current place of almost 5 years, and maybe that is true. Maybe that's the best advice I've gotten. Also, I've heard the advice of that stuck with me is, you make of it what you make of it. Like, you make the best of it. And I think that can only go so far. Like, if you're at a job that you don't like, I was at PayPal for 6 years and I didn't like it, but I always thought, okay, just make the best of it. But looking back, that may have been the best thing for me. I was at one of my creative peaks back then. So yeah, maybe it was the best thing. And maybe I did make the best of it, even though I was sad there. I think you can only make the best of things as much as you can in the moment before you're like, okay, before you can only make the best of things until you see like a way out. And then you find that way out and you get out. But then every time you make a change and you get accustomed to that change, you're probably gonna feel like you need to change again. That's me though. I don't know if that's anyone else, but it's like I moved to LA, it's great, but now I need like a change again. So, and I'm going through hell with the roommate situation. So I hope that answers the question. Thanks. Roy loves wine and movies for sending me questions. I appreciate that. I have a comedy show tonight, so you can't go to that. It's today's Saturday when I'm filming this. But I have a comedy show, if you're in LA, 9/13 at Laugh Bombs. It's at the Broadwater Theater on September 13th, 4:10 p.m. Weird time. I hope you're available. I have a comedy show also the next night at Comedy Chateau, September 14th, Dumb Blonde Comedy Show. Dumb Blonde Comedy Show is a really fun show. I did one in June, so fun. My friend Emily May hosts it. I hope you can go to that one. It's a great time. Her parents are there too. I love her mom. I love Emily. I love her dad too. He's also doing jokes sometimes. I don't know if he's performing on her show, but he actually does he does tell jokes occasionally. And I love them. Yeah, go to Dumb Blonde if you can. I know it's at the Comedy Chateau, and some people like it, some people don't, but definitely go to Dumb Blonde. It's a great time, and Emily's just the best. She's like the host I wish I could be if I was a host. She does a great job promoting it and getting people to show up, and then it's just so fun. It's just like a party. It's so great. It's a lot of people are most likely going to be there, and great energy. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for watching. No spring chicken with April Walterscheid. Have a great week. Bye.